what's up, what's going on? So we are here and we are talking about Catfish. So I actually almost totally like missed out on doing this review because I wanted to do it. I was typing it up, I was watching it, and then I totally like dozed off towards the end of it. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not gonna have enough energy. Like I just was like, you know what, I'm not even gonna watch the end. I'll watch it because it just kept on playing while I was sleeping. So I was like, I'll just rewatch it the next day, which is today. So I ended up watching another show after that, Greenleaf, and then I just went to sleep after that. So yeah, I was tired, y'all. So I just couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what, since I already did most of the notes, I'm going to go ahead and do it. I mean, it wasn't the best episode ever, but it wasn't boring either. I think the last week, it wasn't really for me. Like, I don't know, I just wasn't really that into it. So that's why I didn't do a review last week. So the girl that we're talking about today that contacted Neve and Max, her name is Andrea Russett. How ironic, she's a YouTuber. She's pretty popular. I never heard of her personally, but she seems like, you know, she's one of the people that kind of started it off in the game. You know, one of those Michelle fan type of people that started it back when it was up and coming. So she just kind of got thrown into fame. And from there, people started catfishing her. But she didn't really take it too serious at first because that's what people do with celebrities. They make profiles of your name. Some of them they put fan. Some of them they don't. Some of them they actually try to portray the person. So it was all good and fun and well and okay until she said, like, recently she started she found out that somebody had made, or multiple people, she don't even know if it's one person or a lot of people, had made an account or made different accounts with her family's pictures and her family's names. They put where her brother went to school, like real facts about her friends and her family, which is absolutely crazy. Like, that's going to a whole nother level. That means that you Google this person, you probably like watch them, you really like watched all of their videos, listen to the things that they said about their family, where their family was from, their family's names. Like, that's OD. You know, you follow them on social media so you can see when their family talks to them. Like, that's like a job right there. Whoever was doing this, if you wasn't getting paid for that, like, you need to go get your life, because that is like an investigative type of job. Like, for real, for real. So Max and Neve, they gotta go to LA because that's where this girl has moved to, Andrea Russett. And she's just, like I said, she's pretty freaked out by the whole situation, especially because they crossed the line and they're messing with her family now. So they reached out to some of the friends of the fake profiles, and one person actually like wrote back and was like, he felt like he was gonna call them too because this person he doesn't feel like something's right about it. So he's a DJ / music person, whatever. That's kind of irrelevant. And he said he spoke to her personally. They were pretty close. They were kind of like dating and things like that. He spoke to her family. They wanted him to like meet and go on vacation with them and stuff like that. Like, he was real cool with everybody involved with her. So they're like, So they meet up with him, just have like more of a conversation with him. And something about the story, like I said, it just didn't seem right about how he like knew all the family and everything. So when he talks to them again, he tells them that what did he say? He said something about like it was just kind of weird, the whole situation, because the mother would talk to him and the sister tried to hit on him, but then the sister was like, oh no, I'm sorry, you know, I didn't know you was talking to her. And then the boyfriend came into play, like her ex-boyfriend, and she kissed her ex-boyfriend. Like, this person who did the catfish, I'm giving away the story, right? This person who did the catfish, like, yo, for real though, they need to be a story writer, playwright, or something like that. Because for you to come up with, like, I used to do stuff like this with my dolls when I was younger. I used to sometimes I used to even write out a script. Like, this is how creative I used to be. I used to write out a script, give them names, like my Courtney doll and I forgot the rest of their names, but I know one of them was Courtney because that's the name she came with. And they used to have like different personalities. They used to have different different voices and things like that. And some of them used to be like from, one of them was from the UK, the other one was from, she was Hispanic, I forgot which Hispanic country, but she might have been Puerto Rican or something like that, because when I was little I used to know a lot of Puerto Ricans. So yeah, like I feel like if you can do something like that, like you should definitely put that to good use, instead of being on the internet playing around, not making any money for what you're doing, just wasting time and energy, not getting them coins in. Like, she needs to have a different type of mindset right here. So that was going on, and I think they were doing that for a few years, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and she did mention doing FaceTime and things like that, but he said that most times the connection was bad anyway, so they couldn't really do it. So that's what happened with her. So yeah, that was a little bit of a crazy situation. So he gets to meet Andrea, and he tells her how he was talking to her, and you know, she's just like, you know, that wasn't me, I never spoke to you. So now the tables are turning. So he got some phone numbers in his phone, because he used to talk to the person actually on the phone. The voice did sound different from the videos she used to send him, because she used to send him like video clips from YouTube. But you know, when he would mention it, she would just be like, what are you talking about? You know, she would just kind of play him out. So he didn't really like go in with it. I would have been like, your voice don't sound the same. Why is that? Are you using auto tunes or something? Something ain't right here. So they head out. Now they talk to, they call these phone numbers that he had, and only one of them finally worked. And the girl, she just seemed like she was nervous. She didn't want to give her name. Then she finally said they could call her Zoe, so I doubt that's her real name. And she lives in Atlanta, so now they got to take a trip down to Atlanta to see her. So when they go to see her, she like has this, everything that she wants to say, her apology and everything. She's like, first of all, I want to apologize to you. She's talking to Andrea, because I know what I did wasn't right. And it just didn't seem genuine. Even the dude was like, I really know how you are, especially when you're being sincere. And that's not really you. That's not being sincere. Like, it just seems like because she knew they was coming, she was in the mirror like, okay, so this is what you gotta say. This is what we're gonna do, okay? This is the game plan. You know, like just kind of making herself get ready to be able to say what she had to say to them. So all of that was good and fine. They were just like not really buying it. So she went back inside. Neve was just like, we're gonna let everybody gather their thoughts or whatever, and then we'll come back, reconvene in a few minutes. So he went over to go talk to her, to this Zoe chick, and she left her door open, so he just went inside, and she's in the bathroom crying. And he's like, you know, he's like, ding ding, like, you know, this is what we want to see. Don't be hiding this. You know, this is the $1 million look right here. We need tears. Tears is what gets people's emotions. This is what lets people know that you're genuine, you're real. This is what you got to let them see. You know, don't hide all of this. So she finally, like, you know, talks to them. They come inside, and she just really like pours her heart out and tells her background about how she was with somebody, she ended up having a miscarriage, and all these other things about her past. And I feel like as she's talking now, they're starting to see the softer side of her, and Alex was more so seeing the person that he claimed to kind of know. So, you know, eventually they all were able to come to a good point where she just kind of like started shutting down the social media profiles that she created. And so she said she wasn't going to really, like, you know, do that again. And that was pretty much the end of it. When they did the 2-month update, she said that she's not working on that anymore. And she hasn't tried to reach out to them, just because I feel like it would be awkward. But I kind of feel like she could have a good friendship with that Alex guy, because he actually seemed like he was a good person. Like, he didn't really get, like, really aggressive, really mad. Like, that could have went really left. Because I know somebody playing me out like that for, like, years. It's going to be a wrap. Like, we're not sitting down talking. Nah, like, I'm going to be throwing stuff at you. And that's going to bring the Bronx Hood style out of me real quick. Because, like, how you gonna like play somebody for that long? Like, you could have told me. I shouldn't have to go on a reality show in order to find out this information. You know what I mean? So yeah, everything pretty much worked out and she's no longer using those profiles. But to me, doesn't she kind of look like Andrea, like a little bit of a heavier version of Andrea? Something about it. I think like the way their faces and also like their lips, like when if she would have had on her makeup when she first came out, I feel like she kind of resembled Andrea just a little bit, but just like a heavier version. I could be wrong, but I was just kind of seeing that. But that was pretty much the episode, you guys. We wrapped this up pretty quickly. You know, on Sunday we're gonna have Power, so be sure to come back around and hang out with me for that. And check out my other channel. We got a lot of fun stuff on there. And stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one. Laters.